pretty sure that you refer to Spectre by name.
You certain?
If you did, he knows that we're on to him.
I was due to see Mr. Spectre, but is he the target?
Hairdresser spoke to see Annie today.
She's been cancelled too.
But you let me come all the way in here before turning me away.
We have a problem.
What?
We have a collapsed ceiling.
What is that?
A body has been found. A female.
Where?
In the Belfast Hills.
It's not her. It's not Rose.
Well, she's unidentified as yet. Perhaps I can use her for 12 hours.
You know a detective called Tom Anderson?
Detective Sergeant, West Belfast.
Thought he might make a useful addition to our team.
Nurture your envy, Kitty. Your anger. It's the way forward.
What is it you want me to do?
X-ray 1 update.
From X-ray 1, no movement.
Nothing to report.
No sign of any builders, plumbers at the house?
No, ma'am. The target appears to be playing loud music.
You'll find in front of you a target profile on Peter Paul Spectre. There's no date and time, and the precise wording of the arrest is yet to be formalized.
I'll do that with the officer nominated and briefed to make the arrest. I personally like the arresting officer to be the first interviewing officer, if possible.
Do you have someone in mind?
I do.
I've made some inquiries. That seems like it might work.
Good.
So far, we've found no official record for Paul Spectre further back than his marriage to Sally Ann Goodall. We're still waiting on John Paul Spectre's army records, but one thing we do now know is that Paul Spectre is not Jewish. His father was born John Paul Marshall. Marshall was adopted by the Spectres, who were indeed a Jewish couple. They devoted most of their lives to adopting and fostering children, regardless of their race, colour, or creed. Thoroughly good people, it seems.
Where was this?
North London.
Is John Paul Spectre still alive, do we know?
He's alive and in prison.
Where?
Canada.
In prison for?
Murder.
A female victim?
Male.
I'm not sure if you remember me. Jim Burns?
Of course I remember you. I followed your career with some interest.
If I may, I'll get straight to the point. I want to know if you remember this boy from your time at Nicole Orphanage. I believe he was there from the age of 10 to 13, from 1989 to 1992.
Is this to do with the recent spate of sexual murders?
Why do you ask that?
It must be something of pressing importance to bring the Assistant Chief Constable all the way out here to see me. Is this your man?
What can you tell me about him?
He was a very pretty boy. I've been following the progress of the case in the newspapers, on the news, with considerable interest. All those poor, murdered girls. There's a great deal of consternation among the general public.
I'm well aware of that.
I'd like to help.
You can, by telling me what you remember about that boy.
Won't you call me father?
You've been defrocked, dismissed from the clerical state. You are no longer a priest.
Do you know what is sung at a priest's ordination? You are a priest forever, like Melchizedek of old. A priest acts on earth as an alter Christus, that is, as another Christ.
I know one of your victims believed that he was being touched by the hand of God while you were molesting him, because that's what you told him.
All of those boys were willing participants. Every one of them consented. I never forced myself on anyone. They wanted to learn about sex, explore their sexual identities. They enjoyed it. If they deny that now, it's because they can't face their real natures.
The child's consent does not count. What you were doing had nothing to do with exploring their sexuality and everything to do with misusing power and abusing trust.
I never hurt a boy physically.
And that's a source of pride, is it? Do you feel no shame? No guilt?
Why should I?
Shame for who you are. Guilt at what you've done.
I was showing children love, expressing affection.
By performing oral sex on 12-year-olds. How many of those boys still have faith in the Catholic Church, still have faith in God, do you think?
It's a disgrace that I'm thought of as a common criminal. And all the good work I did over almost 30 years is forgotten. Even in this place, I continue my vocation. A man dying on the floor of his cell begged me for the last rites. What would you have me do? Turn away from him? Refuse to confer absolution? I was obliged to dispense the sacraments because an indelible priestly character remains in my soul. I absolved sin. One word from my lips transformed mere bread and wine into divine flesh and blood. That power can never be taken away from me.
This was a mistake. I shouldn't have come here. Give me the photograph.
You're an important man. You could let it be known that I will lead the community in sincere prayer for the apprehension of this individual. Say tomorrow at noon. Men, women, children. It could be a mighty force.
I'm sure there are plenty of priests who could lead the community in prayer. Priests who aren't pederasts serving a 20-year prison sentence.
I can perform any religious ritual that is permitted to any layperson, and no one can stop me.
Let me have the photograph.
Father. Call me Father.
No.
Then I won't tell you what I know about this boy. I don't think I can. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't. I nearly let myself. It's a beautiful night.
The first example is the known recording of Spectre's voice from his interview with DCI Brink. The second, the call from Stag's phone.
I don't think I can. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't. I nearly let myself. It's a beautiful night.
Normally, 20 or more different words are needed for a meaningful comparison. Comparing two voice samples of less than 20 words results in a less conclusive opinion. Possibly instead of probably. The call from Stag's phone was very possibly made by Paul Spectre.
It's been 4 days since Rose went missing. Delaying the arrest in the hope that the suspect leads us to her runs a number of very clear and obvious risks. Risks that I think we have to take.
Hey, this is Katie. Can't come to the phone right now. Leave a message and I'll call you back.
Hi, it's me. I'm outside.
Have you left already? I can't really wait, so I'll see you at school. Bye.
These are the thermal images from last night, Mom. The only heat signatures are livestock.
Is that all good or land?
Yeah, there's the farmhouse.
What's that?
Not sure. Derelict building, perhaps it's on the list. We'll take a look later.
No sign of Rose Stag's car?
No, Ma'am. We'll extend the search further south today.
We need to find that car, Ted.
That's the Benedetta girl into the bank on Waring Street. I no longer have.
From 3, that's the Benedetta girl into the bank, Waring Street. 3 no longer has running loose. 5, can you cover?
From 5, entering the bank.
Message from Control, Ma'am. The Benedetta girl has cut school. She's on the move.
From 5, I now have.
Where is she?
In a bank on Waring Street, ma'am. 5 now has.
From 5. She's making a cash withdrawal. Looks like a large amount. From 5, that's the Benedetto girl out of the bank on Waring Street, walking briskly towards the river.
What's the word on Spectre?
Sitting tight, ma'am.
From 5, the Benedetto girl is on the footbridge at Lagham Weir.
4, she's fixed a lock to the fence and thrown away the key, a padlock that says Katie and Paul with today's date.
A love lock.
From 4, the target is heading back towards Custom House Square.
From X-ray 1, stand by, stand by. That's the target out of the house.
Blue and grey hooded top, black tracksuit bottoms. On foot, left towards the Lisburn Road. Now running.
He's running. Repeat, he's running loose. Left towards Lisburn Road. Unsighted.
Out for a run or making a run for it?
From X-ray 1, target is wearing a backpack.
Oh, Jesus.
From X-ray 1, that's the target out of the house. Left towards the Lisburn Road. Now running unsighted. All call signs respond.
It's Gibson. Is the surveillance blown?
From Delta, not possible to say. Have eyes on target running loose, Ulsterville Avenue, approaching Lisburn Road.
Arrest strategy not yet in place. Follow. Do not lose.
Target now crossing Lisburn Road. Repeat, crossing Lisburn Road.
Control from Delta. Target crossing Lisburn Road.
From Delta, target is on College Gardens, heading towards Malone Road. One-way street, unable to pursue.
From Delta, that's the target crossing the Lisburn Road into College Gardens, heading towards the Malone Road. Call signs that can back Delta come in.
Golf I can.
Eyes on target, crossing Malone Road. Repeat, crossing Malone Road.
Control from Golf. Target crossing Malone Road.
From Golf, target entering Botanic Gardens. Main gates close to vehicles. Running loose.
All call signs, I need
cars blocking all exits. Golf and Delta drop 2 men on foot to cover the garden.
From Golf, SO7 entering park at Botanic Avenue entrance. On foot.
From 8, in Botanic Gardens in Stranmillis.
From Bravo.
Turning left on Ridgeway Street, heading to University exit.
From 7, eastern edge of Botanic. No visual on the target.
Embankment. No visual.
From 8, southwest of Gardens. No sign of target.
Control from 8. No sign of target southwest of Gardens.
From 3, Benedetta girl has turned into Bleecker Street. 4 has.
From 4, the Benedetto girl has entered the Bleecker Street Hotel on Bleecker Street, running loose.
From 4, the Benedetto girl has entered the Bleecker Street Hotel, running loose.
What's happening?
We lost him.
What?
We think he's somewhere in the Botanic Gardens. We have cars covering every exit. All available surveillance operatives are in the gardens on foot.
I'm in the lobby of the Bleecker Street Hotel. Room 12 is registered in the name of Paul Spectre.
Call in the uniforms. Spectre's room is a crime scene. It needs to be treated accordingly.
down your knees. Get down your knees.
This is my hotel.
It's my hotel. Drop what you're holding. On your face.
What? I can't walk the corridors of my own hotel.
Police! Open the door! Police! Open up! Open the door! Police! Open the door! Katie, calm down. You are under arrest. Stop! Just stop moving!
Alpha Papa 1 City uniform.
We have the Benedetto girl.
We believe the girl has attempted to destroy vital evidence. It might be necessary to conduct a strip search.
Assign Hagstrom responsibility for her care. We need to provide access to an appropriate adult and put her in a detention room, not in a cell.
Understood.
Thanks.
From Bravo, no sign of target.
Spectre's juvenile criminal record.
From Delta, no eyes on target.
From the south.
I went to see Father Jensen, the pederast who ran the orphanage at Court Nicole, where Spectre was when he was a boy. He remembered him well.
Peter Baldwin.
PB.
Was he abused by Jensen?
Jensen says not. At 13, he was moved to Ballyvale. It's a home in Dundalk. It was there that it seems his criminal behavior began. And you were right. Breaking and entering, ignoring valuables, taking underwear. And he kept a journal too, it seems. Boyer's map of the town, days of the week, times of the day and night, places where women could be observed. Notes about their appearance, age, habits.
Prison changed Jensen?
No. He's just as arrogant. Just as narcissistic. He's unrepentant.
From 7. No sign of target.
Oh, where the fuck is he?
Will you look who it is?
Move back. Go. Move. Get down your knees. Get down on your knees. Get down on your knees.
Where's my wife?
What?
Liz, where is she?
Don't know, Jimmy.
Tell me. Or so help me, I'll blow your fucking brains out!
I swear to you, Jimmy, I don't know where she is.
Find out.
How?
Make some calls. Now, find out where she is.
I don't have my phone.
Make some calls.
Gibson.
Responding to an emergency call, ma'am. Back of Elmwood Mews.
Elmwood Mews.
The person who phoned it in described two men in bomber jackets, jeans, and the third in dark running gear. It made me think of the CCTV footage Spectre running.
How far away are you?
Minutes.
All right, stay on the line.
It's just, I need to follow up for my case notes. I really need to see her in person. Elizabeth Tyler. Paul Spectre. She was in therapy because of the death of her son, not because of domestic abuse. That therapy was interrupted. Obviously, I'll treat any information as confidential. She's asking her superior. My knees are hurting. Can I get up?
You fucking can't get up.
There's lovely music.
What?
Come in, hold.
What's in your bag?
What?
Give me your bag. Give me it.
Danny!
What the fuck? What you got done? Nobody move! Nobody move! Keep your hands in the air! Keep your hands where I can see them!
Danny, can you hear me?
You okay?
Danny! Sorry, Mom. We've had a contact.
Were you hit?
Yeah.
One in the flak jacket.
And Spectre? Agent Spectre?
Yes, Mum. One moment.
The suspect has fled the scene in a white city clumpers van. He's a 6'2", dark jeans, dark jacket. He's bleeding from his face. He's taken my partner's gun. Establish an outer cordon.
Danny!
Sorry, ma'am.
Is Spectre still there?
Yes, ma'am.
Any injuries? Head injuries?
No, ma'am. He's, I think he's bleeding from his
nose.
Okay. Don't let them take him to the hospital, Danny. Do you hear me?
Just keep him at the scene.
Yes, ma'am.
I've told the custody sergeant at the serious crime suite that you're on your way. Can I help?
Yes, you can.
From X-ray 1, stand by. That's the target's wife arriving at the house in the Volvo.
Control, target's wife arriving at house. X-ray 1, wait out.
That man was on his back, more or less, as he's lying now. Then he made a move, raised his gun. That's when the male officer fired again. 2 more shots.
And just bring the wrist up. Don't let me push it forward. Don't let me push it back. Thank you. Just don't let me push things.
Burns. Understood. Yeah. Mr. Spectre. Thank you for your statements. We have your number and address. We'll be in touch if we need anything more from you. This is Paul Spectre. He has not worn any protective clothing. Sign him up.
Paul Spectre. Detective Sergeant Anderson. I'm arresting you for the unlawful imprisonment of Rose Stag. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defense if you do not mention when questioned something you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Do you understand?
Police officers.
Sorry, Inspector.
Yes?
DC Glen Martin, DC McNally.
What's happened?
Sally Ann Spectre, I'm arresting you on suspicion of perverting the course of justice.
What?
You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defense if you do not mention when questioned something you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
Your mother's here to see you.
I don't want to see her.
Katie, you are a juvenile. The law requires an appropriate adult to be present during your custody.
Not her. Not her.
They came to the house and arrested me, and they've brought me to the down serious crime unit.
Slow down, Sally.
I'm sorry.
Why have you been arrested?
Perverting the course of justice.
In what way?
They suspect that I lied when they asked me about Paul.
What about Paul?
Where he was the night that girl died.
What girl?
The one in the park.
Did you lie?
Yes.
Is this your one phone call?
Yes.
Sally, I'm not a criminal solicitor. I should contact a colleague. It's important you don't incriminate yourself.
I'm pregnant, Steve. Please help me.
Please remove your top layers, sir. Shoes.
Both the Benedetto girl and Spectre have mobile devices with video files on them. Should we prioritise Spectre's?
Yeah, definitely.
Downloading now, ma'am.
I must advise you this interview is being recorded. I'm Detective Constable Glenn Martin. Detective Constable Gail McNally is also present. The suspect's name is Sally Ann Spectre. Also present is the suspect's solicitor, Stephen Jennings. It is 2200 hours on Monday, May the 7th. This interview is taking place in a down serious crime suite. I'd like each person here to identify themselves on tape for voice identification purposes.
DC Gail McNally.
Steve Jennings, solicitor.
Sally Ann Spectre.
Just to make it clear, Sally, the offense you are being investigated for is perverting the course of justice. What I'm going to do is ask you to give an account of the answers you gave me when I telephoned you on Saturday, the 21st of April, and asked you to give an account of your husband Paul Spectre's movements on a series of specific dates. I believe the account you gave me was false and amounted to an attempt to pervert the course of justice. Do you understand?
Yes.
Tell me in your own words how you came to give me that account.
I lied. I lied to you.
He called me before he went into the police station. He said the police would probably come round to see me and ask me to confirm what he was about to tell them. He asked me to lie and say that I'd been with him that night. That we were at home together.
What reason did he give, Sally?
When he called, he didn't give a reason.
So you just did what he asked?
Yes.
Did he ever give a reason?
Yes, when he came back from the station.
Tell him, Sally.
Paul worked on a suicide helpline as a volunteer. Every Friday night, all night, and some other nights as well. Or at least that's where I thought he was. When he came back, he told me that he hadn't actually gone to work for the last 3 months. That he'd been having an affair.
Take your time.
He was having an affair with our babysitter. She was 15 at the time. I didn't know what to do.
He said that if I told the police that he'd be put on the sex offenders list, that he'd go to prison, that I might even lose my job. Is that what all of this is about?
You understand that you're under caution. I should also remind you that you have a right to free and independent legal advice. And that you can talk to a solicitor on the telephone if you so wish. That light indicates the interview is being monitored. You have been arrested because we believe that on the night of Thursday, May the 3rd, you abducted Rose Veronica Stag from her home. We also believe that you have unlawfully imprisoned Rose Stag. That you're holding her somewhere against her will. You may know Rose Stag better as Rose McGill. Your wife has been arrested. Your home is being searched. Katie Benedetto has been arrested. The hotel room you were staying in is being searched. Things could get out of control for you very quickly, Paul.
Are you sure you don't want to speak?
All the files I've downloaded from Spectre's phone. There's some videos you should see.
My wrists are sore. Can you untie me, please? Peter. Can you unloosen these, please? I'm thirsty. Can you untie me, please? Please. Please, can you untie me? Please take me home. Please take me home. My babies will be missing me. They're only little, they're young. They need me, Peter. They need me, Peter. I'm sorry. You were right. I did. Go to the police. Go to the police. I never will again. If you untie me now, I won't tell anybody what's happened. Please, Peter. Please, Peter, would you talk to me? I miss what we had. I do. Tom. He's not like you. No one's like you. Untie me and we can have what we had again. It can be better. I know it's wrong, but I'm so turned on. Are you? Are you? You fucking disgust me! You fucking piece of shit! You fucking worm! I know it's you. You pervert. You fucking pervert. You dickless piece of shit. You're a monster. You're a monster. You're a monster. You're a fucking aberration. Fuck you! Fuck you! Peter, please take me home. You must have had a terrible childhood to do this to me. I feel sorry for you. God, really do. You must have had a terrible childhood. I feel sorry for you. I don't want to die here, Peter, please! You want to be noticed. You want to be paid attention to. Make your mark. Fine. Hurt me. Do whatever you want to me. Go ahead. Do your worst. Nothing you can do will ever take away how much I love my husband. How much I love my children. Nothing you can do can make me value my life in any way. I will celebrate life. I love and I am loved. And nothing that you can do can take that away. Do you know that? Do you know that?
Why the fuck are you watching this? You sick shit. What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's time for a special warning. See if we can't make it that a court draws an adverse inference from Spectre's refusal to answer questions.
I'll pass it on.
I want you to listen carefully to what I'm about to say, Paul. I'm now going to ask you to account for a fact. The reason I'm asking you to do this is because I believe this fact shows that you are responsible for the abduction and unlawful imprisonment of Rose Stag.
I must warn you that a record is being made of this interview and may be given in evidence if you're brought to trial.
And that the court may draw proper inference from your silence if you fail or refuse to account for the fact about which you are being questioned. Do you understand?
I'm asking you to account for the presence on your phone, the phone found in your possession at the time of your arrest.
Of a number of video files featuring the image of Rose Stag and the sound of her voice, and images of you What is your explanation for those files being found on your phone?
They've finished questioning your daughter, Mrs. Goodall, and they're keeping her in custody.
Will you be seeing her again tonight?
I won't, unfortunately, but I will see her first thing in the morning.
Give her my love.
I will. You try not to worry.
Gibson.
It's Christine Larkin, ma'am.
Yes.
Some new results from the FSNI.
Tell me.
They've managed to type mitochondrial DNA from the degraded blood sample found on the scissors that ties him to the crime scene. It's Joe Brawley's blood.
He's entitled to 8 hours uninterrupted rest, ma'am. If we wake him, I have to reset the clock, and you lose 2 hours.
Fetch the chair.
Yes, ma'am.
May I? There's something I'd like you to do.
I'm DC Gail McNally. Paul Spectre, I'm further arresting you for the murder of Joseph Brawley and the attempted murder of Anne Brawley. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Do you understand?